Well, hello everybody. So today I'm going to teach you how to set up a comic strip. Now, you can see up close that I've already bordered, made an alley and made a gutters and on this one, and I didn't do this one completely, but if you notice, I have a 3 section and a 4 section. And I'm just gonna show you how to do that real easy just to set up your paper. Originally, this was a 12 by 18 piece of paper. I cut it directly in half, therefore it's a 6 by 18 piece of paper. So I'm gonna grab 2 sheets and I'm gonna show you how to do a 4 piece and a 3 piece. So the 4 piece, I'm gonna just fold in half. Now, I know in your heads, you think the next move is to fold it in half again. And you wouldn't normally be wrong, but drawing paper is a little thicker and it will actually mess you up a little bit. I find because that way, the way the crinkle goes, I just take this paper to my middle line and I fold it there, and I'll move the rest of these papers so it's a lot easier to see against the black. And then I'm gonna take this paper, fold it this way, and then just fold, crease, rub that, and now I have my 4 sections. So that's how I do the 4 section, at least to start with, because as you saw, there's gonna be one more thing I'm gonna have you do. Now the 3 section, that's gonna be a little different. I want you to take a look, kind of like an S. Now, when I squeeze down, notice that how this pushes out. So what I do is I kind of balance these 2 out. So as I squeeze, notice how it pulls. This won't be completely exact. You can measure if you want it exact. And as I fold, I'm pretty close. I'm close to the edge. As you can see, there's some overlap there, but it's not much. And is there overlap on the other one? Nope, it's more of an underlap. So I just got off just a little bit, but when I open, they look pretty darn close, okay? So as long as you take it easy, you can make a nice 3 sections. So as you fold, you pull in, and then as you push down, it fills in that the space in between, and it gives you, it's a good guesstimate. It's not perfect. And then what I would do is, just like finishing, we use the 2s to make an alley, and I would go along with my pencil, my uniquely sharpened pencil, and create that. Let's go back to these. Okay, so I have my 3 section, and then I have my 4 section. So how do I get the middle? Well, there's a trick to the middle. So as you can see, I've already done 2, but you can notice that I've made some marks. So where the crease is, I'm gonna make my mark. I'm gonna move this one. And I want you to watch this. I go to the edge of the paper, that way I know it's straight. I go, see the 22, where this line lays on that little mark. It's not perfectly in the middle. I don't want it perfectly in the middle, and that's okay, because this way all 3 lines are gonna basically be done correctly, or at least the same. Maybe not correctly, but they'll be the same. And then I'm gonna flip it. And on this, just like you've done before, I could just do it on the 2s part. I don't even have to measure. I can just use the 2s, put it along the line, and since I'm not left-handed, I can just do that, and there I go. As you can see, each one of these is off to the left, which makes these line up somewhat. I'm not creating the most perfect rectangles or squares, and that's okay. When I get this done, and I'm gonna go back to the 3 section just because it's a little less erasing. I'm gonna take an eraser, any kind of eraser you have. I just happen to have a kneaded eraser, And I'm gonna just gently erase. Do you have to do this? No, but we're gonna make it nice because this time the border is actually part of our artwork. You ever see a comic strip or a comic book and the gutter or the alley, you don't see a bunch of messes. And if we happen to get a fingerprint or something, it's not the end of the world, okay? But this is to start with our storytelling. And now I'm ready to tell my story in 3 sections. So I start with whatever this is happening. I should say my intro, my interaction, my result. Now, could you be somebody who's really proficient? We have a student, I'll call her Beba, and Beba is very proficient when it comes to cartooning. So they might end up doing 2, and they could be different, and there might even be time for 3 as long as they're quality. Usually when you're drawing, designing, writing, and inking, it's time consuming. So it does take a little time. So there might be an opportunity to do 2 strips of comics, even the same story. Get you guys ready for webtoons or something like that. But guys, I hope that makes sense. And more importantly, you are loved. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.